Hello, my journal friends. It's Michelle here from Sweet Kisses, and as highly requested, here is a little flip through of my Moleskine journal. Now, for my regular viewers, you may remember that I did a little review of the Moleskine journal. It's the expanded version, though, and I will link that up here in the card if you are interested in seeing that. So basically, I just rave about how the Moleskine Expanded journal is blank, which allows me to paint and write however I like without the distractions of lines and the dot design. And then also with like 400 pages, I can pretty much stay in this notebook longer without having to worry about running out of space, which is exactly what happened with this journal. I loved using it. I pretty much didn't have to jump out of it for like 4 or 5 months. I believe I started this in May. Here is a little flip through of some of my pages to help inspire your journaling journey and to show you that, every way and technique is different and you don't have to commit to any type of cookie cutter way, or you don't have to feel intimidated and thinking you're not an artist to be a journaler. Your journaling practice is personal, it's you, it's like a private, unique experience to your own individual thoughts and expression. So that is what makes each and one of our journals unique. It's our own personal book where we write the chapters, and each chapter is filled with different artistic expressions. So let's go ahead and dive in, and I'll share with you some of the spreads that you can use. And if you are a Patreon member of mine, then you may still want to stay tuned because a lot of these pages you have not seen on the exclusive playlist that I shared with you back in September. By the way, yes, I do have a Patreon journaling club, so if you're interested, I will leave the link down below where I share exclusive and behind the scenes journaling spreads and videos that I do not share here on my YouTube channel. Okay, so first spread you can use if you are a stationery addict like myself. If you have a washi collection, go ahead and break the ice and start with adding your favorite strips here on the first couple pages. I know it's intimidating starting a new journal. You don't know what to write, you don't know where to start, you don't know, what the first page should be. So a little helpful tip, maybe just start with stickers and some of your favorite washi tape samples and designs. Another idea you can do is find some fun clippings that you enjoy and paste them on there. This is actually from the Hobonichi pamphlet that they had in your order a couple years ago, actually just last year, 2019, and I kept it because I love this. It's so cute. This is my life, and it was just so fitting for this journal because it pretty much is a preview of things that, go on in my life and in my head. And I like how it says happy nothing special day. Every day is special. So this is a little envelope that I have, and I wrote a little letter to myself, and it includes just goals that I wanted to accomplish and some ideas that I had. So it's nice because that is a part of my life, so it's just kind of clipped in here, so when I look back at this journal years to come, I can look and just read whatever ideas and goals that I had, and what just kept me motivated at that time. And another idea that you can use for your journal is to include maybe some favorite post-it notes. Again, this would apply for you stationery hoarders like myself, those that collect, pens, page flags, tabs, post-it notes. These were just some of the cute ones that I had laying around, and I wanted to add these to my journal just to look back and remember some of the ones that I use regularly and that I enjoy the design. Oh, and this is my little promise card. Again, if you're a Patreon member, you know what this is all about. And as you can see so far, there's no writings on here, no pressure. Sometimes just when you have a creative idea, you just want to capture it. And this is exactly what I did with this spread. I am very motivated by the minimalistic lifestyle and inspired by different ideas from different people that are passionate about this. So I found this image on Pinterest, and it was pretty much like a capsule wardrobe using a limited amount of staple like wardrobe pieces, and I thought that was great. I love how this blogger, she used just basic solid colors, but in all of her, poses here, they look like new outfits. Like, even though this is the same white dress here and here and here, like here she kind of tucked it in. But it's just neat, with just a couple of accessories you can transform your image without having to spend a lot of money or having that pressure to rotate different pieces. So I just kept this in here for inspiration because I have my own capsule wardrobe that I'm enjoying now, and yeah, I really like it. It's kind of like my uniform look. I have like 3 or 4 solid colors that I rotate, but it just looks like a new outfit based on how I put it together. So with your journal, you don't have to feel like it has to look pretty all the time. In my journal, especially this one, it just really has random bits. And that's the nice thing about having everything in this bound book, because when I flip back through it, it's going to spark those memories of when I was planning this vacation with my dad to go to New York. I was just jotting down like confirmation numbers. This is a receipt from one of our favorite Chinese restaurants in San Francisco. I took them for lunch and it was just so good. We had a great experience. So just like little bits like this add to the memories. Even though it's not like some beautiful paragraph with some calligraphy writing, just me, jotting down the confirmation numbers and the different like airports and things like that, the date, it's still, this spread reminds me and brings up those happy like vacation feelings. And that is what I love about the journal. It's your own unique experience, and however you feel is best to capture that, that is totally up to you. And that is another reason why I wanted to do more flip throughs and journal with me, is to inspire you to journal like your own way. I know with social media, there's that pressure to maybe keep a certain style to grow and get more likes and followers. But I promise you, at the end, I promise you, you're going to be burnt out. It's not going to be fulfilling. You're going to have like that imposter syndrome. And just be you, be true, and just do whatever flows naturally. Just stay true to your own journaling style, even if it's not pretty. As you can see here, again, no special, calligraphy or anything like that. It's just me planning out my Korea trip. I did add some color because I wanted to pop out and catch my attention when I was flipping through these pages. I would remember, what this was all about. But you can use your journal for like daily checklists or project planning. This was for my Korea trip. I had a quick little to-do list that I wanted to make sure I accomplished before I left. And then some days I just don't even finish on the other page. I just journal what's on my mind, those feelings for that day, and then I just carry on. Now, if you want to be a little bit more creative, this is a great start. Add in pressed flowers or your favorite stickers, and then just kind of write down a little quote or just a one-liner with some paint. I mean, this is really not that hard, but as you can see, it's still beautiful, and it makes you feel a little bit more creative and curious in your, creative process. So start there, ease your way in, and then in time, the creative juices will start to flow and you'll get more ideas that will spark and come to you throughout your imagination. Some days I just have like little ephemera bits here that I enjoy, that I just can't bring myself to use, or that I plan on coming back to. Sometimes I'll put a little page flag here because it indicates that I'm not done yet, and you don't have to feel pressured finishing that page right then and there, especially if you don't have time. So I will usually add a bookmark, and then if I have time, or maybe some days where I am bored, or if I want to add on to a spread, I'll know which spreads are incomplete and I can just go back and add on to. So don't ever feel pressured that it has to be done right then and there. Here are some fun little stickers that you can add in as well. The imagery and the color makes it fun and quirky within your journal pages. Or sometimes if you had like a favorite snack or food that you tried, clip that in here for memories. This was something that I enjoyed during my Korea trip, and when I came back home to California, I made sure that I found these at my local Korean market and enjoyed these coffees. And that inspired like this coffee stained page design. So as you can see, like not all of my pages are full of like lots and lots of writing. If you don't like writing, this is a good little tip too. Just find little comic strips or images. Again, this is from the Hobonichi pamphlet that I showed you in the first page, but I just clipped out these little clips. I thought this was so cute for like a journaling prompt that I had, which was like my ideal day. And this pretty much represents my ideal day, you know, waking up to the beautiful day next to like the window and the sun shining through. So I painted like these little rays of sun, and then getting ready with my capsule wardrobe, not having to think too much about what to wear, and then just enjoying my time with great company and friends, trying new restaurants. I am a foodie, and here in the Bay Area there is like so much to try and to eat and to find. So I love eating and trying new local restaurants. And then right here, you know, just having fun with friends, pets, family, coworkers, and then ending the day to a beautiful sunset, knowing that you've accomplished a lot. And then these were great because it's just like little simple things that I enjoy that make life great, like healthy diet, great homemade, you know, recipes and foods, my tea and my coffee time, and just being at home, relaxing and enjoying the company of myself. Some spreads I don't really even have a lot of words. They are kind of sparked by my emotions or my feelings for that day. So here I was just kind of, I wanted to write something, or I wanted to use my journal, I should say, but I didn't really want to put into words how I was feeling. So just looking at this, it kind of already gives me a sense of what I was thinking and how I was feeling that day based on these gray colors. Some are dark, some get light. Right here kind of represents the cloud of confusion and thoughts and wandering and things like that. So just doing some basic sketching or exploring your creative side with paint is a great way to dive in an everyday like journal practice. Some days when I'm really lively and excited, again, I can tell based on the colors that I use. And are you the same way? Can you tell what mood you're in based on the size of your handwriting, the neatness of it? Because I can. If my handwriting is like big and sloppy, I can tell I'm like either in a hurry, in a rush, or I was mad or frustrated. And if it's small and tight, usually means I have more time, I have more logical processing emotions behind those thoughts, or it means like I'm scared or I'm nervous and I have to like concentrate. But based on these colors, they're bright, they're bold. I can tell I was just fun and curious and loved playing with these different pattern styles. So you can see, you know, you don't have to write these paragraphs and long drawn out Dear Diary entries. Just have fun. Each page is unique. Here's another list that I did for like to-dos before I moved. Here is where I here's an example of some things that I wrote down from this meeting and seminar. Speaking of emotions, I like to coordinate colors with my emotions because it's just a fun artistic, you know, prompt to do. So here, this is the many moods of the day. I started off with the morning, and these soft blues kind of represent how I feel. It's very calm, you know, the quiet before the storm. I'm enjoying my coffee, the blue sky, just waking up to the beautiful day. In the afternoon, when I'm at the peak of my energy level, my creativity, especially between the hours of 10 and 12, that is like my power hour. That is when like all these ideas come rushing in, and that is when I can start like pumping out, whether it's like my Patreon, like blog posts or videos for this channel, or even at work. That is like when I'm at my peak best like performance. And then usually after 12, because that's when I'm done eating lunch, between 1 and 3 is kind of when I wouldn't say procrastinate, but I allow myself to relax and just be curious. I explore, you know, I just go on the internet, watch YouTube, take, you know, walks in the park. Maybe that's when I like run errands or read books. That's kind of like my creative exploration time. And what that looks like at work is basically like surfing the internet or taking my little breaks at work, mingling with coworkers, talking to them about their day, things like that. Because we all need breaks to, loosen up our tension and stress. And then in the evening, these colors pretty much are just like relaxation, like I'm done. There's really nothing left. I'm winding down, going to work, commuting back home, eating, and then relaxing. So this is a fun prompt that, I would encourage you to try. Get some paint, start off there, and then, splash some color on the page of the emotions, like what you feel would best fit that emotion. Sometimes if you find little bits of like ephemera, you can glue those or tape them inside. And this is exactly what I did. I found this at work, like in front of me while I was walking through the hall, and oh my gosh, it came at perfect timing because I was in that moment, or that time of the day where you're like, just give me a sign, I need a sign. And I felt like this was like my sign for that day. So I added that in my journal. And then I just wanted to add a little pop of color with some like this little orange yellow like border. Some days when I want to be creative, but I don't have anything to say, or I don't feel like doing some type of prompt, I will prep a page for future journalings. So here you can just use your paintbrush and any color that you feel at the moment, draw lines, and then when you go back, you can add on top of that, and it still looks like a nice, fun, colorful spread. And then last is, again, another paint page, just showing you that you can be fun with the process. You don't have to do anything like within the lines. And here I just wanted to just go crazy, just do a bunch of swirls, which kind of turned out to look like roses to me. So there are many more pages that I could share. Again, if you are a Patreon member of mine, you may remember my September playlist I shared with you already. Was it August or September? Oh geez, time flies. I think it was August, but I will do more journal flip throughs if you are interested, because being that this is pretty much full, I already started a new one, and I share some of my spreads on my Patreon club, so you can check that out. But I have a new one that I am excited to start, and this already has like some gratitude journaling within these pages. I just love the Moleskine Expanded. It's just, these blank pages are everything, and I'm loving it. It allows me the flexibility to be creative and use a full like page, have fun with the process. Everything's all together. I mean, this thing is like chunky. But I will do more journal with me spreads if you're interested, and more flip throughs. So I'd like to know, do you keep a journal? And if so, what are some things that you journal about? Do you have a Moleskine, and are you enjoying it? Feel free to link any videos that you have that you want to share. I hope this flip through was helpful, and maybe I'll do some more in the past to help you get some journaling ideas, because it really is such a fun, everyday, I'd say like lifestyle hobby for me. I mean, it's changed my life in so many ways, and it's practically like my best friend. So are you more of a journaler, or are you more of a planner? I'd say for now, I'm actually both, but I really have been enjoying journaling more than planning. I'm more creative in my journal books versus my planners. I don't paint in my planners or use washi or stickers there. All of it is saved for the journal. So all right, so that is that. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.